But a warning. If you finish this video in 30 minutes, you will be a slave to other people's criticism all your life. But if you are with me for the next 10 minutes, I will tell you the secret that Andrew Carnegie told me in a closed room. That night, he said, "Napoleon, teach this skill only to those who know how to use it. Others will misuse it. Tell me, are you ready? Look, my friend, I will not lie to you. All my life, I have studied only one thing. What is the difference between those who do not admit defeat and ordinary people? What is the difference between those who do not admit defeat and ordinary people? For 25 years, I have been with more than 500 millionaires and businessmen. I went to their houses. I ate with them. I listened to everything they did. What surprised me the most about this is that they are not very talented. Nor are they lucky. Only one thing made them different. Their minds were unable to move by any means. If they are humiliated, if they are ridiculed, if they are disrespected, they look to the next level and pay attention. If they fail, they learn lessons from it and move forward. Like they have a switch inside them. It controls their emotions. Today, I am going to give you that switch. Why? Because this video is going to be a turning point in your life. When you succeed after 6 months, you will remember that video that changed everything. So, like, subscribe and press the bell icon. Now, let's start the real game. The night I understood what the real strength is. This happened in 1937. I was sitting in a small hotel room. I was alone. I was broken. I was defeated. No one was ready to publish my book. Think and Grow Rich. Every newspaper published it. It was like a sellout. Who would read these theories? People like to read about the real world. That night, I was broken. 20 years of hard work. 500 people's criticisms. It all felt like a waste. That's when I remembered a quote by Andrew Carnegie. He once said to me, "Napoleon, if you understand that a person's opinion cannot change your truth, you will become immortal." That night, I made a decision. I asked my heart a question. Do I believe that this book will change people's lives? The answer is yes. So, what will happen to other people's opinions? That night, I created a fate. I will only listen to the opinions of those who have already been there. Everything else is just noise. Do you know what happened next? Think and Grow Rich was sold out. More than 100 million copies have been sold so far. If I had admitted defeat that night, if I had believed the words of those readers, you wouldn't be watching this video today. This is the real question. How many people's words do you allow to become your truth? Wait. Now, I will tell you some sad things. If you get angry, understand that you are still weak. I will speak directly. You are sitting here and thinking, yes, what Napoleon said is right. I also have to become strong mentally. But tell me the truth. Yesterday, if someone ignored you on WhatsApp, you were thinking about it all day, right? If your Instagram posts got less likes, you got bored, right? If someone mocked your dreams, you started doubting yourself, right? Look, I am not respecting you. I am only telling the truth. Because, until you accept that there is a problem, you won't get a solution. Henry Ford once told me, "Napoleon, people don't want to become strong mentally. They want to feel good for a long time. That's why they watch motivational videos. They are excited for 2 days. And then they go back to the same old habits." I was saddened to hear this. But that is the truth. If you want to become true, take each and everything in its own way. Each and every disapproval, each and every criticism, each and every failure. Then you ask yourself, does this affect my willpower? Most of the time, the answer is no. Then why do you want to be strong? John D. Rockefeller's secret note. Now I am telling you the first note. I learned this from John D. Rockefeller. One day, I was in his library. Someone came up to him and told a very bad news. Mr. Rockefeller, you have failed in a big deal. You have lost millions. I was shocked. Now, Rockefeller will get angry. He will shout. He will break something. I thought. But what happened? Rockefeller just closed his eyes for 5 minutes. Then he opened his eyes, smiled and asked, "Okay, what should I do next?" That's all. After that man left, I asked, "Mr. Rockefeller, how could you be so silent? You have lost millions." He smiled and said, "Napoleon, I am learning a fate for myself. Whenever a bad news comes up, I give myself 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, I allow myself to feel it fully. Anger, sadness, hatred, whatever it is. But after those 5 minutes, I destroy it. After that, I pay attention only to the solution, not to the problem." I was shocked. I was shocked. It was so simple, but it was so powerful. He said, "Look, Napoleon, feeling is like a wave. It comes and goes, but if you hold it and sit, it will swallow you. So, I accept it. I feel it. Then I let it go." From that day, I saw this moment everywhere. To Thomas Edison, Theodore Roosevelt, Andrew Carnegie, everyone had a time. But the basics are the same. Feel it, accept it, release it, move on. Now it's your turn. I give you a 7-day challenge. If you finish this, your life will change. I assure you. This is the challenge. The 5-second emotional reset. The 5-second emotional reset. I will give you a shout out. Are you ready? A lesson learned in Thomas Edison's laboratory. Now the second note. This is a little advanced, but it was very powerful. I went to Thomas Edison's laboratory. There he was holding a book. It was written, "Not everything deserves your attention." I asked, "Mr. Edison, what is this?" He said, "Napoleon, every day I receive more than 100 messages. Someone is criticizing my challenge. Someone is saying that I am wasting time. Someone is telling me what to do. If I reply to each message, I can't do any work. So I created a mental filter." He showed me a notebook. Only the names of 5 people were written in it. Edison said, "Only the opinions of these 5 people are important to me. Because they stood in my way. They have achieved something. Their goals are good. They are more advanced than me. Their knowledge is useful. Others are just opinions. Others are not the truth." I was shocked. Such a simple structure, but so useful. Edison pointed out another thing to me. "Napoleon, do you know what the biggest waste of time is? It is to pacify those who are not in your journey. Those who don't understand your point of view. Those who are not in your circle. They don't need to understand you. You don't need to make them understand. Just do your job. Talk through the results." What I understood on that day. What is the biggest freedom? You don't have to explain to everyone. The gift that changes everything. Now I am telling you the most painful gift of my life. In the year 1929, Great Depression came. I lost everything. My house, my cooking, my business. People laughed at me. Look, Napoleon Hill writes Think and Grow Rich. But he is poor. Motivational speaker. But he broke down. In those days, I lived in a small cellar. I slept hungry for many days. One night, I broke down. I thought maybe they were right. Maybe I was a cheater. I couldn't sleep that night. I woke up at 4 in the morning. I took out all my notebooks. Those 20 years of research. 500 pages. Thousands of pages. I read each page. Andrew Carnegie's words. Henry Ford's wisdom. Rockefeller's philosophy. I got my answer at 6 in the morning. I was writing on one side. Success is not about never falling. It's about rising every time you fall. At that moment, I realized I was teaching those lessons to others. Now is the real test. Will I do what I say to others? From that day, I made a decision. I won't prove my philosophy. I will live by it. In the next 3 years, I will rise again, stronger than ever, wiser than ever, because I used everything I learned. Today, my books have attracted more than 100 million people. So, this is the question. When the real test comes, will you do what you know? Or will you accept failure? The ultimate shield. I choose my battles. This is the last and most powerful notebook. I learned this from Theodore Roosevelt. He was the President of the United States. Every day, there were attacks. Every day, there were criticisms. Every day, there were protests. One day, I asked him, "Mr. President, how can you be so silent?" He said, "Napoleon, I have created a fate for myself. I will only be defeated in the battles that take my goal forward. Others are just pieces of paper." He showed me a diary. It said, "Battles I will fight, policies that help my country, decisions that shape future, actions that align with my values. Battles I will ignore, personal attacks, political drama, media controversies, people's opinions." Roosevelt said, "It is not strength to fight against everything. The real strength is to choose and act, to protect your strength, and to be honest, to be careful about the most important things." This has changed my life. I realized, the more you fight against something, the more you lose control. The more you stand out, the more you become powerful. Look at me, my friend. Today, I am going to give you 3 powerful tips. 1. The 5-second emotional reset. Feel it, accept it, release it, move on. 2. The mental filter. Only listen to the 5 people above you. 3. Choose your battles. Don't fight for everything. Choose and act. But now the question is, will you listen or act? Look, I've been studying this for 25 years. I noticed one thing. 95% of the people watch motivational content. But only 5% of the people use it. Only those 5% people succeed. So today you have to decide. Will you be in that 95% or will you be in that 5%? If you want to be in that 5%, do it now. Like it. Only then the algorithm will take it to others. Subscribe. Because I bring powerful lessons like this every week. Write in the comments, "I am part of the 5%. This will be your public commitment.